Thank you so much. I'm so delighted to be here in the heart of the 1st Congressional District with all of my friends. I'm sorry that we're not all wearing our hiking boots, though. That's where we feel most comfortable talking about wilderness. I want to thank the Colorado Environmental Coalition and the Wilderness Society and the other groups for sponsoring this poll and for arranging this press conference today. I also want to thank Ivan and Paul for being with us today. The poll is great news, not totally unexpected by me, because for those of us who have lived in Colorado for many, many years and have come to love and cherish all of its natural wonders, the fact that 64% statewide, 79% in my congressional district, and 70% on the western slope support more wilderness is just no surprise. But it's gratifying to have those views supported by independent polling data. Wilderness and our love of the outdoors is why most of us live here in Colorado. And if you want to talk about unanimity and people coming together around something, it's the idea of wilderness. The poll shows that Democrats, Republicans, people from the western slope, people from the Front Range, all support wilderness. We love our mountains, we love our wide open spaces, and that's why we live here. We love to recreate on our mountain peaks, watch wildlife, or challenge ourselves in a hunt. Wilderness and public lands also now, increasingly in Colorado, help drive economic development. And so it also protects our watersheds and it protects our drinking water, allowing our communities to thrive and our ecosystems to prosper. I will say though, with all this wonderful news, Colorado and our wilderness really is at a crossroads. In the last 7 years, I've been in Congress now 10 years, and in the last 7 years, I've seen our public lands face an onslaught from the Bush administration like we have never seen, particularly on lands managed by the Bureau of Land Management. Over 65,000 acres of wilderness quality public lands have already been leased in Colorado, and more are offered up every day. Drilling rigs, new roads, pipelines, well pads, noise, and dust have affected our landscapes, impacting both humans and nature. And sometimes these are effects that will never, at least in our lifetimes or our children's lifetimes, be reversed. There is room and a necessity for energy development and leasing on our public lands, with over 80% of our public lands available for oil and gas leasing. But some of this development is being allowed to encroach onto our wild places, removing from consideration many areas deserving of wilderness protection. And as we've seen from this poll, the public in Colorado does not support this kind of willy-nilly energy development without consideration for counterbalancing wilderness values. And so what this poll is a call to action and an opportunity to re-engage the wilderness discussion here in Colorado. The poll shows that Coloradoans support balance in our public lands management, and they want to protect the special areas of our state. I've been working on legislation since 1998, which will protect 1.6 million acres of these special places in Colorado, much of it BLM land. I look forward in the coming weeks to working with the coalition here today and with my colleagues in Congress and talking to all Coloradoans how we can move forward to protect these very, very special places. Thank you very much.